Hey guys, so it's time to put my new precious HTC One A9 up against my precious Alien Trinket, which is feeling a bit neglected here, so it wanted to do battle with the latest HTC. So we're just going to do a quick little speed and camera test between these two, both running the latest software, Android 5.1.1 on the Edge, and Android Marshmallow on the HTC One A9, so should be quite interesting, and we can just power them both off here. So I think the HTC does actually power off a little bit faster, but then again, you never really know, whether they're going to power off in one click or not, even if you powered them off lots of times. So you can see, very nice and quick when it comes to the Samsung. It's been quick all year. Some people are saying it would be slowed down now, 6 months later, but I don't see it. Still very nice and fast. And you can see A9 a little bit slower here. Obviously we're getting Exynos 7420 in the Edge, still very potent versus Snapdragon 617. 3 gigs of RAM as well in the Edge, but how do they compare? TouchWiz has been known to be a little bit weird, shall we say, this year when it comes to the multitasking. So we're just going to open up some apps first. And Vortex. It's about the same for Vortex, but we'll give Uber to the Edge. And again, the Edge. I think you can actually get the at Carphone Warehouse, you can probably get the HTC One A9 for the same price as the Edge, which is quite interesting. So you can see, I think we do have one come back here on the A9. So I got Instagram update, but I think everything else should be up to date. They must have literally just pushed that out. Make sure everything is up to date. I'm going to ignore that because we're not using it. Weather, bit quicker here I think on the HTC. Camera, a little bit of a delay on the HTC I noticed with going into the camera, so maybe they could improve that. Music, bit quicker here on TouchWiz, and the dialer, I think a little bit quicker again on the S6 there. YouTube, again, I think the Edge there, which is nice. What about the Maps performance? We do like to check out the Maps performance now and again, so we'll just set this up. And I know that the Snapdragon 615 really laggy when it comes to the Maps performance, so I'm quite interested to see the 17 here. So you can see going in and out of it, probably a little bit jerky on both of them actually. Wow, very jerky on the Edge. Look at that, that's not good. Much smoother on the HTC. Don't know why it's so laggy. So let's just go somewhere then. Nice day out. And we're going to go all the way up to Edinburgh. And we're just going to go for the street view, or the photos. A little bit quicker to load the photos here. Can we go for a street view? So let's try and zoom in a little bit somewhere. So we got one there, and this one we don't have one. It's been awkward today, and again we don't have one. Street view, that's all I want. I'm gonna give up in a minute. Forget it, you know, there's too much hassle there. But you can definitely see very laggy on TouchWiz when it comes to the maps. I don't know why. So that is pretty interesting. We can have a look at the browsing here. So I think generally you can see that Edge was actually a little bit quicker when it came to, you know, day-to-day kind of performance, which probably was expected really when it comes to the processor differences here. But we can have a look at the web browsing, and straight off the HTC is off to a good start here, loading the search well. But the actual page a little bit quicker here on the Edge. Phone Arena. Oh, HTC's come back now. And go. Oh, so we do have a crash here on HTC. Latest Android Marshmallow. It's not what we like to see. TechCrunch. So a little bit quicker here for the pictures, which is nice. In fact, this is loading the content quicker. So probably the Edge there actually. Fool me once. And GameSpot. Quicker here, I think. So very indecisive here, you know. I think generally though the Edge has been a bit more stable. So I think we can just go off this one and back to GSM. Quicker on the left here. So I think the HTC has done well sometimes actually, but generally maybe the Edge was a little bit more stable. But you can see not a huge difference when it comes to, you know, when it's actually stable, which is good. And we can have a look at the multitasking. So this is an area where Samsung traditionally struggles, and we're just going to go through this without knocking the camera over. So far I'm seeing a lot of reloading on both of them, but the S6 seems to recover a little bit quicker. You can see definitely some improvement here, I think, on both of them. A lot of reloading, and it seems to take a while as well to reload it. Not what I expect from, you know, 400 device camera. So very nice and quick here on the Edge. YouTube. Yeah, I'm going to get to the Edge here. Look at that. A lot of loading, I think, and you know, I think issues here. But nevertheless, you know, I think still the HTC has done relatively well. But then again, I think it's priced too much considering, you know, you can get the Edge here for about the same kind of price. So we can have a look at the cameras nevertheless, and, you know, see if the amazing camera on the Edge can outclass the HTC. And just going to start off from the beginning here, so we can see that. So basically we did take some shots low light, and in good light as well. And have to say, the HTC One A9's met my expectations from the camera. I think generally it does very well. Is it as good as the S6 Edge? You know, I'll leave that up to you to decide here. You can see quite a nice amount of detail on both of them, but I definitely think the HTC is prone to a little bit of blurry pictures now and again, especially when you're taking the shot quite quickly. You can see on this Christmas tree, if you zoom in, the detail is quite blurry, whereas on the Edge here, very nice and clear. So I am noticing that on some of the pictures I took with this, and I try to be strict actually now, you know, just take one shot and then that's it. But you can see as well from the low light, very nice and clear on the Edge, but there's a tendency to blur like the lights. Probably it's a software issue. It is quite a young phone here, but I do want to be, you know, honest here. I think the Edge is a bit stronger when it comes to both daylight and the low light. Here you can see some nice Santa Claus here. But you can have a look, you know, make your own mind up. It's your job to, you know, check it out here. Personally, I think I've made my mind up as to which one I prefer. And we did do some video recording as well, so you can have a look at that. So you can see here you're going to get good camera performance out of the A9's 13 megapixel, but I don't think it's in the same league as the Galaxy S6, which is obviously class leading really. So that's just what I found here. But generally the performance, you know, you can see is very decent with the Snapdragon 617. Is it as good as the S6 Edge? Probably not, but you know, we'll leave it for a while and see if software updates can, you know, improve the performance. You can see that in general the actual performance is very good, and you know, the actual build of the device is also very nice and very iPhone-like. Obviously, some people might not like the glass construction, which attracts a lot of fingerprints obviously on the Galaxy S6 Edge and the Note 5. You don't get that problem with the HTC, and you know, people could also mistake this for an iPhone, so if you're into your status, that could be pretty cool. But yeah, you know, I think two excellent handsets nevertheless. And I hope you found the comparison helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.